Hello everyone, it's Hillary, aka Kay, and this is Kay's Cozy Corner. I hope that you had a wonderful new year. If not, if you were kind of like me and you had a rocky start to the new year, and it seems like it's going to maybe be a rocky rest of the year, just know that I see you and we're in a similar boat. Today I would like to talk with you about weird girls. Weird girl TV shows, specifically weird girl anime TV shows, animated television. I love it. I love watching stuff where women and young women just get to be really weird. And actually, I wanted to make this video 2 years ago, but I just never got around to it because that's sort of how life happens sometimes. But I'm excited to talk about this today. And before we get started, my beverage of choice is actually a cream soda. So yeah. I'm probably a little too hyped up on caffeine because I did have a brown sugar milk tea boba earlier, made at home. And it was okay. It could have used more black tea, but you live and you learn. Yeah, but I hope you enjoy. Okay, let's get into it. Let's talk about some weird female-led animated TV shows. I watched all of these TV shows in 2024, and I wanted to make a video then, but I didn't, but it's okay. Now, let's talk about them. You know, you, me, whomever else is there. Let's get into it, okay? I will not be talking about traditional magical girl shows in this. So those shows include stuff like Madoka Magica, Glitter Force, Sailor Moon, Pretty Cure. That's just because as much as I love magical girls, I wasn't in that mood. I was in a weirder, nicher sort of mood in 2024. And I love magical girls and I will be making a video about them at a later date, but that's just not this video. So let's actually get into what the shows are. So first things first, we have Nichijou. This is a hilarious, absurd TV show. I feel like there is no plot, so I have not put the plot here, right? So it follows two sets of girls. The first set of girls are all in middle school, 3 girls, and they are friends, and they just do friend stuff together. Normal girl stuff. They take tests, they play sports, they fly into space, they get bitten by dogs, they go to shrines. I mean, just regular, everyday, normal girl stuff. They get into fights sometimes. It's just average, run-of-the-mill, regular girl stuff. The second set of girls includes a girl who's like this big and her 5-year-old inventor who's like this big. They do also have a cat, but I'm pretty sure that cat is a boy, so I didn't include him, but he's a talking cat. They are living their lives and living in a house together. Who owns that house? Who knows? And who pays the bills to that house? Maybe the 5-year-old girl inventor because she makes inventions. Also, she wears a lab coat all the time, which I think is so adorable. It's really adorable because she's this big and she's wearing a lab coat and she's 5. It's hilarious. The bigger of the 2 girls kind of wants to be considered a normal girl and go to school and stuff like that, but life gets complicated. You know what I'm saying? Every second of this show I felt was pretty unpredictable, and it kept me on my toes, and I loved it. I really enjoyed watching it, and it's maybe my favorite anime of all time. It is my favorite anime of all time. My favorite 2 bits from the show are when the principal fights the deer, as is pictured, and also Helvetica Standard. Every time they cut away to Helvetica Standard, the little theme song alone will stick with me probably forever. But each time they cut away and we got a new perspective of what's going on with Helvetic Standard, I can't tell you what was going on. I can't tell you what that has to do with Helvetica the font. I don't know if it has anything to do with Helvetica the font. I don't know. It was great. This is a great show. It's hilarious. It is absurd. If you are wanting to watch something and you're like, I want to watch a whole bunch of randomness, this is the show for you. Next, we have Bofuri. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defenses. Right? Right. As you can tell, this is an isekai, but it's isekai-esque because she doesn't actually get transported into another world, technically. The plot of the show, very simple. A girl plays a video game. We are watching her character in the video game, and she decides to max out her defenses and becomes almost invincible. And I enjoyed it. I mean, it was just nice, smooth sailing. Didn't rock the boat. We weren't doing anything revolutionary. We weren't doing anything out of left field. It was just a really nice, simple show, and I really enjoyed that. I love the outfits. I love the characters, and I didn't feel like there was fan service. I didn't feel like I was being a creeper and a peeping Tom while I was watching the show, which was really nice. That was really nice. And that's one of the main reasons why it's on this list. Next we have a very similar show, but it's different. Kuma 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 Bear. Yes. So this is a true isekai, because a girl is transported into a video game and she's wearing a bear suit, and she has these two little bear mittens. One is black and one is white. She can like make a black bear and a white bear from the mittens, and the bears are adorable, and her outfit's adorable, and she is adorable, and the friend of hers that's around all the time is also adorable, and everything is adorable. The bears are adorable. I want to squish their little faces, and I hate the fact that they're not real, and I hate the fact that I can't be in this anime. I do want to read the manga because I saw that there's a manga. I watched the show, like I said, in 2024, so 2 years ago, and I thought, oh my gosh, oh, I want to be here. And then a year later, I got a job at a public library, and then I saw someone check out Kuma 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 Bear, the manga, and I thought, what? There's a book? Best believe I will be reading it. So eventually I will get to the manga, and always check out your local library. So that's something. Please do. As a librarian, please do. This is such a cute show. It's so adorable. If you are just wanting to sit back and watch cute bears, watch this show. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's like, it's almost cuteness overload, but not really. Okay. Next, we have Frieren, which is a very, 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 very popular slice of life fantasy. This is a show about Frieren, the elf, and she travels with her human companions, and she's pondering the question, immortality? Like, what am I supposed to do with immortality? What is the point of living forever? Why do people die? And I feel like the answer was flowers. Each person has their own interpretation of what the answer might be. This is a lovely show. I mean, when I watch Frieren, I just feel a sense of comfort and safety that I don't get from most other animes, and especially not from most other fantasy animes. It's usually the main plot point is, let's go battle this thing. There's a big thing that's going to get us, and we gotta go fight it. But that's not the plot of Frieren. We're just going around, meeting different people, and honestly, it makes me feel like when I play role-playing games, like usually there is a big bad, but before we get to that, there's a whole bunch of exploring that we could do, and we're just talking to people and we're learning stuff and we're planting things and we're just living life, and I don't know, it's great. Also, depending on whenever this video comes out, season 2 might be out, so go watch that. Go watch it. That wasn't really a request. Now, there is some violence in this. There is sort of more violence in the next thing. So, Reincarnated as a Sword. I watched this on Canopy, spelled with a K. I get Canopy through my local library. So, again, shout out local libraries. Shout out libraries. Go to libraries. They could use the funding and they could use your support, and also maybe get rid of your streaming services. But that's a conversation for a different time. Oh, let me get off my soapbox. Okay. This is another isekai, and it's very violent. And it's far more violent than any of the other ones that I've talked about. A very adorable cat girl decapitates a guy with a sword. So, just something to think about. The plot of this is that a guy gets zapped into a sword and he becomes strong as the sword by battling things in the forest. And then he meets this little black cat girl and she's enslaved by some people. And then he and her battle them in order to break her out of that. And we learn through meeting people and interacting with folks that black cats are seen as lesser than in society. There's a caste system, some sort of very messed up hierarchy, and him and her decide, okay, well, we are going to work together to prove everyone wrong and prove that black cats can be amazing. And the sword kind of becomes her dad. I feel like there is a really weird lady in the show. Let me talk about that for a second. There's a really weird lady in the show, and I don't like her. And each time she was on the screen, I thought, I wish you weren't here, and I wish you weren't in this show. So know that she comes in and she's like, oh my gosh, I kind of wish that I had kids. I would love to be a mom. And then she was just doing too much. And I thought, get off my computer screen, ma'am. But besides her, I thought this show was overall pretty good. It's violent. Sometimes I want to vent my frustration, and watching animated people get mollywopped by a black cat and an overpowered sword is fun. So, yeah, it's a good show. Next, another show that's incredibly violent, so, be prepared. Scavenger's Reign. Right. This show is so amazing. Anytime I think about it, I feel like foaming at the mouth because I love it so much. It's so good. Scavenger's Reign is a gorgeously colorful, horrific show. The plot is that there are people on a spaceship. They're flying through space, as one does on a spaceship. Their spaceship crashes, and they get sent to this planet. Some of the people on this ship get scattered, and now they're trying to survive on a planet that is trying to kill them. And I mean, actively trying to kill them. It's not even like oh my gosh, well, if we were just wearing spacesuits. No. If you were wearing a spacesuit, you would still get gobbled up by this planet. You step outside. All of a sudden, a mouth, just out of nowhere, it'll grab you. Huh? You breathe in some spores. Boom, your head's gone. It's that serious. It's serious. Nothing here is letting you off the hook. Nothing's playing around. You have to be on your P's and Q's. If you're not on your P's and Q's, you're gonna perish, okay? I don't know what to tell you. It's a really great show. It's a really great show. My favorite characters, I guess my favorite story to follow was the robot and the black woman that you see on the screen. I loved it. I loved watching the show. I wish that some people had perished and others hadn't. Also, I loved the little nasty little psychic frog. It was really cute. When I first saw it, I thought, oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing in the world. But I do have to say that psychic powers are almost always inherently evil. There's just no reason for you to be able to go into someone else's mind. There's just none. You know, it's like that is the type of power that you give someone if you're like, well, they're not a manipulator, but they're manipulating you, and they put that thought in your head to manipulate you. And I just say this mostly because I have a personal vendetta against Jean Grey from X-Men. I feel like a solid 8.5 out of 10 times evil. They will become evil. How much time? Usually not a whole bunch of time in order for them to become evil. Yeah, Scavenger's Reign is gorgeous. If you are like, well, I don't like gore in live action stuff, so maybe I can watch this, I want you to know this is incredibly gory. It is just incredibly gory. So unless you're okay with gore, this is not for you. You're going to be seeing a lot of nasty, freaky, creepy stuff. But it was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you for sticking around, and I hope to, put out some more YouTube videos, and ideally on a regular basis, but who knows? Life is lifing. You know what I'm saying? So I will see you next time, and bye-bye.